Accelerate and Diversity Awards 2024 under the very apt theme of Inspire Inclusion. I think this theme resonates extremely well with the initiatives that the government of Karnataka intends to do, where diversity isn't just a buzzword, but it's a cornerstone of progress. And in our thriving landscape of technology, women have played an increasingly pivotal role. Over the years, their contributions have surged, with the percentage of women in the IT workforce climbing from around 20% in 2010 to a commendable 36% in 2022. Also, the percentage of women in STEM education has risen to 37% in 2022, signaling a growing interest and capability among women in these fields. However, this growth is not uniform across all levels. Especially, the women are still underrepresented in leadership roles. Only 10 to 12% hold leadership positions, emphasizing the need for concentrated efforts to bridge this gap. There are hurdles to overcome such this, and more importantly, the biggest hurdle I see is the 15% attrition rate among women in the IT sector and the heavy attrition rate of women from the workforce due to caregiving responsibilities. So, why does this inclusion matter, you might ask? Because the government it's just not about fairness, because I saw that everybody speaks about inclusion, everybody speaks of gender parity, everybody speaks about diversity and fairness, but it's just not about that. It's also, more importantly, about economic growth. It's about talent pool expansion and social progress. McKinsey's gender parity report suggests that India could add a staggering 770 billion if gender parity is achieved, highlighting the tangible benefits of diversity on innovation, productivity, and financial performance that includes inclusion. And the Karnataka government has been at the forefront of fostering women's participation in both employment, in the workforce, and entrepreneurship. I also happen to be the Minister for Panchayat Raj and Rural Development, and I'm ensuring that more women participation happens both in governance as well as in the workforce. You'll be quite surprised at the scale of what the government is doing. I'll give you a couple of examples in the RDPR departments, that's the Rural Development and Panchayat Raj department that I also head. So we have been having leadership training programs for over 28,735 women elected members. So 50% reservation is there in the Gram Panchayat. So these Gram Panchayat members come from various diverse backgrounds. Some of them don't even know how to read and write. And they are public representatives. They are the ones who are elected to form a perspective plan for the next 5 years for a village or for a group of villages. So we are taking up functional literacy programs, financial literacy programs, and also literacy programs. So close to around 30,000 people we have been training in leadership. We have more than 7,000 women elected members who don't know how to read and write, and I have made it compulsory for them to attend the training so that they know what they're getting into, so that they know what the officials are putting in front of them. They know that what the member of legislative assembly is asking from them. So we have this huge battery of and social responsibilities as well. So we have these various functionalities of a Gram Panchayat. I'm not sure how many people are very aware of it, but a lot of people speak about how women need to be empowered in every sector. You'll be quite surprised that we have trained close to around 3,332 women as Swachh Vahini drivers. They are the ones who drive autos in the villages, who collect, there are people who collect the solid waste and segregate, and these women employ. It's only a women's program. We have more than 3,000 women auto drivers throughout Karnataka who are doing that. And more than 12,200 women are employed from an end-to-end process of solid waste management. They not only pick up waste, they segregate material waste, they sell it, and they also get money which they put it back into their self-help groups. So we are talking about an end-to-end economic activity of more than 12,200 women who are employed only in the solid waste management at the village level. one of the biggest thing that women face is that whether it's in the IT sector, non-technology sector, or even at the villages, women are left out of the workforce the minute they get pregnant, or once they deliver a child, or they give the caregiving activities that we say, or the nurturing activities that they say, they just fall out of the workforce. So, especially in Manrega, we have got a daily wages scheme for providing employment, 100 days compulsory employment to people in the rural areas, out of which close to around 52% of them are women right now. And once they get pregnant, or they get or they deliver a child, it becomes increasingly difficult for them to get out of the house because they have to look after the child. So what we are doing right now is I've started something called the Kusina Mane. So Kusu in our part of Karnataka means a baby or a child. So we have started something called Kusina Mane, which are rural creche services for Manrega workers. We have over 4,000 such creches right now in Karnataka that is functioning. And can you guess the number of mothers that are working now as we speak every day? 23,179 mothers who have just delivered a kid 1 month back, 2 months back. So in these creches, we allow the mother to come. They can leave the child there. We have trained nurses, we have trained Anganwadi workers or Asha workers who take care of the child whether the mother is going forward. We ensure that proper nutrition is given to the child, which otherwise she could not have afforded. And while we give nutrition to her child, she's also working and earning her wages. So this is I think probably this is the only state in India that has such a program. So 23,000 mothers are working as we speak. And probably the biggest scaling program that we have is that we have trained close to around 3,01,159 women, including elected representatives, to start using menstrual cups. You know, the hygiene is a big problem in thing, and I don't know why government shies away from talking about these things. I mean, here in the urban sector or in tier 2 towns, it's still okay, but in rural areas, it is still, I don't know, there seems to be some reluctance about it. And my department has taken the onus to ensure we deliver more than 3 lakh trainers to train more than 2 crore women to use menstrual cups, right from school level, college level, to women in the villages. I'm spending, the program is called Prerna, and I'm spending more than 20-30 crores on this program alone in procurement and advocacy of this program. And the government of Karnataka intends to ensure we are heavily focused on trying to get women back in the mainstream of the workforce. And that's why we have started the Shakti scheme. I'm sure that many of you here are aware of our free bus scheme by the government of Karnataka. Although a lot of the opposition party says it's a freebie. People say that you're spoiling the populace at large because you're giving these kind of freebies. Where do they go? They go to the market, they go to their workplace, girls go to the hostels, girls go to their schools, colleges, temple, and even the undis that they keep over there for the god, that also is being filled up. So it's not free, it's them who are writing. So when so many women, when so many people are going to these local temples, local deities, what happens? It's an economic activity. Somebody who sells groundnuts, peanuts will start coming there. Somebody who sells balloons start coming there. Somebody who sells flowers, who sells coconut starts coming there. So it's an economic activity. For emerging technologies, I think this is one of the out-of-the-box programs for the state government and for the country indeed, because I think the human resource that we have in India, nobody else has. I keep telling this everywhere I go. Recently, when I was in the United States, when I was pitching for the state investments in the Bay Area, In 6 days, I had close to around 48 meetings. So I met the who's who of the Silicon Valley. We met Western Digital, Google, Intel, AMD, Lam Research, everyone. We met probably the highest number of CEOs and CTOs as well as chairmen of various companies, including Apple and everyone. Everybody said only one thing: Priyank, we are ready to come to India, and in India we want to come to Karnataka, and the only reason is the talent pool that you have. We cater to close to 1/3 of the tech talent in the country, and when they say that, I mean, it's the responsibility of the government to ensure that we have the best talent pool in the country. So we have taken skilling in the technology sector very, very seriously, and that's why we have formed the Skill Advisory Committee for Emerging Technologies, where we have formed 9 sectors, and one of the sectors is headed by Ms. Neha herself, where we are trying to get women back in the workforce, and I believe today we are launching the Har Shakti program, which is the first initiative under this committee's guidance, and the program is designed to equip women with skills and opportunities necessary for a successful return to job. And this Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, everyone. Because as soon as Foxconn or Apple or somebody comes and says, okay, look, I want to invest in Karnataka, Maharashtra goes knocking at the door, कि अरे वो तो सिर्फ आपको ज़मीन दे रहे हैं. Skilled women workforce in the world.
But inclusion is being asked to dance. So how do we move the needle, not just from making sure we're getting the diversity into the doors, but making sure that they actually belong there and they actually feel like they are also included. The best way that we have found to leverage is the power of communities. Okay, with communities, you can truly have the sense of inclusivity and belonging for women in your companies. And in order to leverage that power of communities, we realize that we need a framework so that it's a very thorough and comprehensive way of leveraging communities. I know when we think learn, we usually think about all the different initiatives that L&D managers are doing in the companies, and most of them are usually centered around making sure that our teams have the requisite skill sets that they require to be able to perform on their jobs. And these are usually tech skills, domain skills, hard skills. But what we've realized also, it's not just about cultivating domain-specific skills. And that, by the way, is very important. And there's not that much of a difference when it comes to women and men in cultivating those domain skills. But in addition to that, what we also